Hello, I'm Mason Souza, and I'm doing a review of Anna Lay's presentation. And overall, I just want to say that she did a really, really great job just overall talking about globalism and everything that has to do with cultures. And it was really hard just for me to find anything to critique her because of how thorough she honestly was. So, in general, she just kind of talked about health and how that is spanned about different cultures as well as on a global scale from country to country. And she then talked about some examples of this about like some native health and how they are shown this by the medicine wheel. Native Hawaiians, which are a lot of tied to like ancestry and the land of what the ancestors did in the past and everything like that. And then she also talked about Western medicine and how that it differs from a lot of the culture's medicines, about how health in Western or Middle America is more about a reflection of personal choices and decisions and more about your own self-discipline and individualism. While then also this is described by more of like an actual like medical approach rather than just using these other methods like meditation or yoga or Reiki or any of these things that deal with chakras based or overall Eastern medicines. Then she also talked about some of the other Eastern medicines like Thai health, where they talk about the five dimensions of health being harmony, interdependence, acceptance, respect, and enjoyment. And this is very dependent on themselves and others in their community. And then she kind of opens it up a little bit more to about like other perceptions, which is more like how in a lot of other countries they view you as being skinny as healthy, and that if you're not skinny, then you're not healthy at all. And then she kind of ends it off about doing like rites of passage, like in like Kenya or Native American, or through our own culture, unfortunately. And in Kenya they fight lions to like from boy to man, and Native American they go days in the wilderness without eating or drinking. And then at the end, she kind of goes over the consequences of Western health rather than the Eastern medicines. About overall in Western medication, talks about victim blaming narratives, which can be anything, but mostly affects a lot of groups and communities and cultures within our own Western health. And then overall, it's just more about like treating the issue, about how we have more like expansive and inclusive health education, and we can fix this treating the issue of victim blaming, sorry, is more about like more expansive and learning about other cultures and kind of what this whole class is based on. So overall, that just I just want to kind of do a review of her review and just want to say that it was very, very thorough in general. And that really the only thing I can say that she didn't really like use in her presentation were just like things that she just like glossed over. Like they talked about like the Philippines a little bit in the textbook and everything like that, and how they use like to outsource. And then in her presentation, she didn't really bring up the Philippines much, and it was just more like she just said that poorer countries outsource their labor to, or sorry, richer countries outsource their labor to poorer countries and things like that. But overall, I just think she was very, very thorough and everything, and it really helps to be for the quiz. Which is very, very helpful. It was just very thorough. Like it was really hard just finding in general things to critique just because how thorough it was in the 10 minutes that she was given.